Hello everyone. In this video, we're picking out and sharing the latest topics about Asia. From one of the most famous Reddit-style forums in Japan. Even if you don't understand Japanese, we've translated everything into English subtitles and audio. So you can join the conversation as if you were in Japan. So, let's dive into the discussions happening in Japan. A Chinese blogger with 2.8 million followers on social media shared their thoughts on traveling to Japan. They expressed that while traveling in Japan feels great, living there doesn't leave the same impression. This sparked reactions from Chinese netizens. Many agreed, saying that while traveling is enjoyable, the longer one lives in Japan, the more suffocating it feels. Some added that the better their Japanese becomes, the more Japanese people expect them to adhere to the same social rules and manners as locals.
Life in a highly civilized country must feel restrictive for people from less structured societies. Japan is a place where you can't even poop on the street. This article feels like a public confession that the writer lacks social skills. Expecting Chinese people to cooperate is like expecting uncultured individuals to act rationally. In China, do people really not hear their neighbors in rundown apartments? If someone complains about noise in China, that person tends to disappear later. Maybe the issue is just that you guys are loud. When you hear someone loudly talking on the phone, it's almost always a Chinese person. It's impressive how much they have to talk about. It's not just smartphone calls either. Many of them use lapel mics and end up shouting into them. Which is even more startling. Chinese people love to badmouth Japan but still want to come here. Their logic is truly ironic. It must be tough for people who not long ago wore Mao suits and rode bicycles to adjust to life here. Personally, I wouldn't even want to visit China, let alone live there. That sounds more like a punishment than a lifestyle choice. Japan is still better than a country where children get attacked on their way to school. Honestly, it might be better if they didn't come to Japan at all. Lately, it's been dangerous here with all the robberies. Even Japanese people are exhausted. Everything has become too much. If you want to jaywalk at red lights or relieve yourself in alleyways, living in China might suit you better. Modern society with its rules and compliance has made life complicated. Life in Japan 50 years ago was more carefree. In terms of manners and social behavior, modern China feels like Japan from 50 years ago. Actually, it's more like 500 years behind. This perspective needs to be shared more widely. If Japan doesn't suit someone, they should just go back home. People should live where they feel comfortable. It's frustrating when people complain about places they chose to stay in. You're not a kid, make your own decisions. This feels so accurate. Japan is an amazing country for short-term visits, but living here can really wear you down. Foreigners have been saying this for ages. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but honestly, Chinese people seem to feel the most comfortable living near Osaka. The local atmosphere just fits their personality better. Chinese is a tonal language, so maybe the loud voices are just a result of their communication style. It's not about bad manners, it's just how they're built. It's like interacting with aliens who have trumpet-shaped mouths. This happens everywhere. Traveling to a country is fun, but actually living there brings out all the challenges of cultural differences. Every country is designed to suit its people. Naturally, your home country will feel more comfortable to live in. The best thing anyone can do is improve their own country, rather than trying to fit into another. This highlights how only a small number of wealthy Chinese can actually afford to move to Japan. Wherever Chinese people go, they eventually form enclaves. That's why Chinatowns exist in so many places. Even Tokyo is hard for poor Japanese people to live in. So it's no surprise others feel the same. This feeling makes sense. It's similar to how people feel when they move from the countryside to a big city. Without close connections or friends, it's natural to feel lonely. This blogger likely felt the same way, coming to Japan without any familiar faces around.
Did you find this video interesting? We'll keep bringing you fun topics from Japan's online community. Please subscribe to the channel and drop some comments.